that we're all here, which is to re-elect the wonderful Senator Scott Ludlum.
That was amazing. Thank you, sound crew, for whatever you've done. What we've just seen is an illustration of the energy behind this campaign. This is a people-powered campaign. Clive Palmer's on the march. He's going to be back here tomorrow trying to buy a Senate seat. The gas industry and the coal industry, through their allies in the Libs and the Labor Party, are trying to buy Senate seats. We've got people power. We've got you, and I can't thank you enough all for being here. And turning this place into a sea of green, and that's what we're going to need. Just 2 weeks today, the ballot will be open, and we'll be given this unique opportunity to take a balance of power Senate seat off Tony Abbott and keep it here for Western Australia, for the Western Australian Greens. Look, a fortnight ago I invited Tony Abbott to WA and he doesn't appear to have taken up the invite. Have you noticed? He's only spent one night here. I think his colleagues might be trying to keep him just as far away from the West Coast as they can manage without appearing to be rude. But this campaign is not about Tony Abbott. This campaign is about protecting jobs in the renewable energy sector. It's about getting public transport back on track. Yes. It is about respecting and acknowledging the traditional owners of this country on which we stand. It's about affordable housing. It's about looking after those least able to look after themselves, giving people a hand up. That means protecting Western Australians for Tony Abbott's harsh agenda of cuts, whether it's cuts to Medicare, cuts to the health budget, cuts to education, or even public broadcasting, the ABC and SBS. That's what we are standing up for in this campaign, and I'm so proud to be standing here with all of you. Here's another nice surprise. Senator Christine Milne is one parliamentary leader who's been very welcome in Western Australia, and she's here again this morning. Please welcome my dear friend and colleague, the leader of the Australian Greens, Senator Christine Milne.
Thanks very much, everyone. It's wonderful to be here today to be part of the launch of Scott Ludlum's campaign for re-election to the Senate, and we need him back in Canberra, and we need you to send him back to Canberra. The Western Australian people have got a fantastic opportunity, a really important opportunity, to send a very clear message to Tony Abbott and to stop the power, the excessive power that he is beginning to wield across the Australian community. He's making life harder for people and the environment. The last time I was here in Western Australia, the last couple of times, we had the big rally at Cottesloe Beach, and just on that one issue alone on the sharks, you can see the unprecedented attack on the environment, and Tony Abbott has been completely complicit in that attack. But last time I was here, I went with Scott to a company called Solar Game, who are rolling out jobs and solar across Western Australia and around the country. Those jobs will be in jeopardy. Renewable energy will be in jeopardy unless we get Scott back to Canberra, unless we make a real shift from Western Australia to send a strong message to Tony Abbott, and that is the future of this country depends on innovation, on education, on new technology, and on going solar, going renewable, going to the low carbon economy. Last time I was here, the other place I went to see was Foyer Oxford, a wonderful new facility for young homeless people. 98 units in that facility, but the point that they made and everybody else has made to us is that with the homelessness situation being as it is, without a national partnership agreement on homelessness being extended, we're going to not only not be able to offer people the kind of accommodation they need in crisis, but actually people will be losing their jobs in those sectors that support the homeless. So we need Scott back in Canberra for the work he's been doing here, but also to put pressure on Tony Abbott on homelessness.
Yeah.
But as Scott has highlighted in his many speeches, and as the Greens highlight all the time, it is this unmerciful attack on the environment but on people that has become so characteristic of the Abbott government. They are in it for the big end of town, not for the ordinary person. Yeah. And you can see it right now with their attack on the financial reforms, for example, where they want to take away the requirement that financial planners have to act in the best interests of their clients.
Shame.
Can you believe that they would
Shame.
want to take that away? And who will benefit? The big banks. Of course, they are the ones who will benefit from that. But refugees, asylum seekers, we have been campaigning hard, and Scott's voice has been very strong in this campaign, saying it's time for a humane approach, for decency to prevail, for us to feel proud of our country instead of seeing us being demeaned on the global stage. It's time for a shift to humanity on treatment of people seeking asylum in this country. Parliament, we have saved the Clean Energy Package emissions trading scheme.
Yeah.
A great vote. And Scott was there when we were voting for the Clean Energy Finance Corporation, $10 billion into renewable energy across the country. And we can't wait to see solar thermal rolled out here in Western Australia. Wouldn't that be amazing to see a big solar thermal plant here? So there are lots of reasons to send Scott back to Canberra, because it is critical that we stand up to Tony Abbott's agenda and make sure that he doesn't get any more power in the Senate. And in fact, that we strengthen the power of the people against this cruel, destructive agenda of his. But to stand up for a positive vision for the country, and that positive vision is one that Scott has been promoting here, whether it's light rail for Perth, whether it's solar thermal, whether it is more investment for people who need it, particularly the homeless, for new jobs and a plan for Western Australia. And I'm not surprised that none of the other parties will respond to his challenge on debating them on the future of Western Australia. We're ready for that debate. Come on, the other candidates, come and debate Scott Ludlum, because he has got answers for jobs, for the future of Western Australia, and not just as the others want to do, which is keep on business as usual, which is hurting ordinary people. So come on, let's debate Scott Ludlum. Just as 700,000 or 800,000 people have now seen Scott's speech. That is just an example of the work that Scott does. That wasn't a one-off speech. That is something that we contribute all the time. Progressive ideas, passion and consistency. We won't be backflipping on renewable energy. We won't be backflipping on the rights of people. We won't be backflipping on recognition of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in the Constitution. We believe in it. We will fight for the environment and for people. And I urge people in Western Australia, get behind Scott Ludlum and the Greens at this election. This is the opportunity for Western Australia to do it.